drew you specifically to Eastern Iowa Community Colleges, and what excites you the most about leading here?
Yeah, you know, first of all, a lot of things. One is a well-established reputation. Having three colleges that are very committed to the community, you know, even the saying, the community's college. But also one of the things that was attracted to me is you really have a different geographical landscape where you're serving some small communities and then you're serving more of a medium-sized metropolitan area. And I think that's a really interesting dynamic to understand, again, going back to that anthropology, the different culture of the different landscapes in Eastern Iowa. And then as a mission, working to figure out ways to help serve those students better in each one of them.
Even the Chancellor can't be an expert in all components of community colleges. If you could instantly become an expert in one area within the community college landscape, which would it be and why?
Hands down, no doubt, no question, cybersecurity, right? It's just so complex, right? It's so important. It's kind of scary when you think about it too. And so the folks that work in that field, to me, are just in awe of their intelligence, their knowledge base and what they know, and just how to provide a safe and secure network and environment for us to operate in. And you know, I hear we have a great program in it too. So I don't know, maybe I'll be taking some classes on the side in my spare time.
How would you describe your leadership style, and how do you hope faculty, staff, and students will experience it?
Oh, you know, that's a question you get a lot. And as you move up more and more in leadership roles, everybody wants to know about your leadership style. And there's all these servant leadership, right, and all these categories. But for me, really, it's about listening, you know, and I want to collaborate, and I want to hear as many different viewpoints as you can on a situation. And I think it's about trying to build consensus and kind of come to a conclusion. But I think in the end, as the leader, you have to make a decision too. So I think that that's a really important part of leadership, that a lot of times we want to spend too much time talking, but not enough time making that final decision. And I think ultimately you have to do that. But you should never do it in absence of those that are around and those that are stakeholders for the outcome of that decision. So, you know, so you come back, well, what does that really mean? Well, I believe it's a collaborative leadership style. You know, I want to be part of the team, even though I know I have to lead the team. So.
Thank you. And what's something surprising or unexpected about you that most people might not guess?
So I'll tell this one because it happens from time to time. Yaktab Luga Arabia. So I speak Arabic.
Wow.
Yeah, and most people don't know it, but then if they travel with me, my colleagues or so forth, and we hop in a cab somewhere, if we're in a big city, I'll just start chatting it up with the cab driver, and it's like this bomb. Everybody's just like, whoa, what happened right there? And so, but I did, as an anthropologist, I spent 5 years working, not consecutively, but each year I would travel to the Middle East. And do archaeology and cultural anthropology. And so my Arabic's not very good anymore, but I still can chat it up with a cab driver in Chicago just last week.
Very cool. You did surprise me there. I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, it's usually, I get it. I sound like I'm a hillbilly. I'm from East Tennessee, you know, and then all of a sudden you go into this foreign language and people are like, whoa, wait a minute.
Or people might be surprised to know that you can understand what they're saying.
Yeah, oh no, that's totally it. Yeah, I mentioned, so I was in Chicago, but then I was in New Orleans not too long ago.
Yeah.
And so I was talking to this cab driver. We were just kind of going back and forth in Arabic and English, and the group that was with me, part of my leadership team, had been with me, I don't remember what city, and I had done it before. And so they weren't surprised. It was in Dallas, actually. And so they weren't really surprised. But then it was like by the time he was inviting us all over to his house for dinner, come to find out he was from Jordan. He was from a city near where I spent a lot of time and did a lot of work. We didn't necessarily know any of the same people, but it's a small world. It really is.
That's a very cool story.
Yeah. What did you say in Arabic, too?
I said I speak a little Arabic.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Love it.
So let's settle the real debate. We talked about this a little bit off camera, but are you a dog person or a cat person?
Yeah.
Or maybe something more exotic?
Yeah, nothing exotic. I'm a dog person all the way. I can't recall a time in my life when I didn't have a dog. So, yeah, I can't think of one. So I really am a dog person, and I've had lots of different kinds of dogs. And actually, I was mentioning that I have a blue tick coonhound, which is the official mascot for the Tennessee Volunteers. So it's not necessarily by chance or random that I picked that breed, because I'm a big Vol fan. That's where I went and did my undergraduate work. But before that, I'd never had a dog that wasn't a rescue dog. Even my Australian cattle dog that I had before was a rescue dog. So this is the first time I actually didn't go out when I didn't have a dog to get one and get a rescue dog. So I felt guilty about that for a while. But in the end, now that I have Gracie, well, we wouldn't change it. She's just part of the family, and she's got a good Southern name. Her name's Gracie Bell. So.